Okay, here we are. We are interviewing the cast of Haunting at Sky. You guys have a good time on set?
Yeah!
What was some of your favorite parts? Megan?
I like when I say, "Oh no, you don't, boy." Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't, boy.
Yeah, that was an episode, was it 6, I think it was?
I can't say it. It's sick forever.
I think it was episode 6. Now that's, put your hands down, I'll call on you when it's time. Episode 6 is when Sarah, your character, Gabby, was actually pulled out of the Taken into real life. What was going through your mind as your character when that took place?
So, as the character, I would have been like, "What the heck is going on? I live here. Where am I going?" Like I'm going through. I once wrote this story that I went through this like purple portal thing, but that's not what happened in this. I just was pulled out of the dimension.
Very good.
So I was really, really confused. What's going on? And where is all the things that I'm used to in that other dimension?
Hey guys, welcome back to another amazing adventure of interviews with Haunting at Skies. Today I have the weirdest member for you, Sarah Nishmitz, who also goes by Gabby. Gabby. How did your character feel being the weirdest? How did your character feel in the shoots?
Well, so I was supposed to be this Taken girl. So in the beginning, I was always this Taken girl who was always like, "You can't find me," and yeah. But then like when they pulled me out of the dimension, we had some I can't say it.
Difficulties a little bit?
Funny stuff going on. In one of the shoots we did, I busted my lip because I accidentally wasn't looking where I was going. I busted into a bar. I was like, ugh. And also, there was something at home I did not want to discuss.
Well, tell me a little bit. What would you want to say for the hopefully subscribers at home? What would you want to say to them after shooting all this? And we've heard that this is your last day. You're moving soon.
Pretty sad, Rhode Island, Jamestown.
So I gotta say.
Okay. I hope you guys you should come and join CPS School of Fine Arts or Clarksville School of Fine Arts because it is a great experience for all people of all ages, and we're doing a new, different, totally show, Castaways, where these kids think it's so fun to like go off on a cruise.
Yeah, and like
lifeboat.
I've heard about that too, like make fun of their parents and they end up on a deserted island.
Now, one of the things with Haunted at Skies actually started on accident.
What?
Olivia, tell us kind of how Haunted at Skies got started.
So it started at like a summer camp, and we just had an idea of doing it just for like fun, just to show like different genres. Like we did horror, and we came up with all the ideas from all the kids' ideas of doing something like that. And then we liked it a lot, and so we started doing it more and more, and started it as a sort of episode
Series?
A season.
series. Yes, a series, a season, whatever you want to call it.
Alexander,
So plus we
real loud.
did this episode and then it accidentally became a series.
Right.
What I really liked about Haunting at Skies is you had a chance to be someone you're not and kind of act in front of the camera, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Welcome, this is our show, Interviews with Haunting at Skies. I'm your guest host, Olivia Vocal, or Car, and this is our host, Gracie. Okay, tell me a little bit about your character.
My character seems to be one of those characters that just seems to be all over the place. You never know where I'm gonna be. You never know when I'm gonna show up. I was kind of like that scary character. You never know if I was there or not. If you look closely, you could see me in most of the shots. It's like Where's Waldo, basically.
So, what did you feel about your character?
I felt good. I liked that I could be a person that I wasn't really in real life, and I had lots of fun.
When you first came to camp, was it a decision, or what were you feeling when you first came in?
Actually, that's a crazy question, because when my mom told me I was in camps, she always signs me up for things and she doesn't tell me. So when I came downstairs and my mom was like, okay, Grace, you have acting camp today. And I was like, Mom, why didn't you tell me about this? You always sign me up for things and that you don't even tell me. What if I don't want to go and it's no fun? And she's like, you're going to have fun. And then I threw a big hissy fit. And then when I went and I got home, I was like, Mom, thank you so much. I had so much fun. And you must join because it's the best time of my life. I feel like it's a really good experience.
What's your favorite episode?
I really think my favorite episode is the first one because it's so unprofessional. And I just like it because everyone was brought in. There was a bunch of people. It was really interesting.
I can agree with you. The first episode was a lot different than the other ones because that was just a summer camp film, and then as we gradually began, it got better and better. So, what do you think of the ending of Haunting at Skies?
It left me blown. I couldn't sleep at night for a couple of days because I was just thinking what was going to happen next. In the film, it just left a big cliffhanger.
For me too. I can agree with you. I was thinking a lot about what would happen because I ended up as an orphan. So I don't know what would happen next.
And you never knew where a bunch of the characters went. Some are still not here today.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Honey Bun when he's not on film?
It's like weird because I feel like in most of the shots I'm holding Honey Bun or he's near me. When he's not in the shots, I feel like I'm like a kind of acting like a different character kind of. Because he's usually there and he's like part of my character and like kind of my acting character. It's just interesting.
How many of you had acted in front of a camera before we started filming? What did you act for?
YouTube.
For YouTube? Okay.
What YouTube thing?
Megan?
I've been making my own videos and making this.
Louder so we can hear you.
So I've been trying to make videos because I like everybody else's videos. And I was like on camera and I was kind of scared even though nobody was watching me. I kept on making them.
Hands out. Now, during the filming of Haunting the Skies, one of the biggest things that we saw is that each episode seemed to get scarier and scarier. One of the highlights of our camp this year actually was Anna, and aside from Haunting at Skies, it has become one of the most popular videos that we have out there. Let's take a look real quick. So Anna, in this video, this was Lost Toy. Now, who wrote Lost Toy? Who's Olivia Hutchinson? So Olivia Hutchinson actually wrote Lost Toy, and I believe we have Lost Toy here in the studio with us. So I'm going to go ahead and let you hold. You actually you made the voice for Lost Toy, and we've had a lot of people comment on how much they enjoyed the way your voice worked with Lost Toy.
I'm your host, Gracie. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Interviews with Haunting at Skies. I have another awesome guest with you today, Anna Stoltz. I've heard you played as Cora. Can you tell me a little bit about that character?
Really, it was kind of a weird character, but I got used to this acting thing. But it just wasn't appealing to me at first. Then I was like, oh, I want to go here again and again and again. It's so much fun.
And it seems like you did. Now, in our group interview, I've heard you talking about that people should come join. What do you have to say to them if they're watching this?
You should come join this camp because it's so fun. You would love it if you had it because you would be like, oh wow, I love this. This is going to be the best camp ever.
What did you feel like when your character joined, and how did she feel? Scared, sad, mad? Tell me a little bit about it.
Pretty scary. That's what I said. With Olivia, she first introduced her. I thought she was going to be a little bit weird in the film because paint's all over her cheeks, you see.
Now, I just saw you talk about that doll in your laughs, and I did not notice her creepy face. Can you tell me a little bit about the doll?
So they painted her and the doll. She got a little creepy, and Olivia, she has to get a new doll since she painted it, and she kind of ruined it already.
But I have a question. Why is the doll so important? Is it just a painted doll? Was it in an episode?
It was not just one episode, and it was really famous because
Was it a fun episode? Was it just like for fun?
I don't really know. Mr. Game hasn't told me yet.
Now, one of the funniest things, though, was actually not in Lost Toy. It was in the bloopers that we did.
Oh no.
While we were filming Lost Toy, and I was giving you your line, and I'd give you your line, and you would completely mix the line up.
What did I say?
I wish I didn't run away.
Wait, what did I say?
Right there.
Wait, I wish I know the way.
Wish I did not run away.
Oh.
Hold it still. Right
Wait, I wish I knew the way.
I wish. I wish I didn't run away.
Okay.
You completely forget it.
And then you'd forget it like 5 seconds later. You were like a goldfish, and people love that. Matter of
My
fact,
dad, my dad called me Dory.
well,
What
that
was
makes
really
a lot of
funny
sense.
We were acting, and then like you tell them to practice, and then he took me into another room, and then we act without them knowing, even though like someone wrote the film, and they had no idea that there was gonna be a twist to the film they wrote.
Oh my gosh, there was a thing on Baby. Alexandria actually did it. It was so funny. I like would voice it for my friends at school. It'd be like,
I got there.
I fell to the ground laughing like you did in the video.
We do have a lot of Easter eggs. We do have a lot of Easter eggs in the films that we do.
Oh,
Easter eggs are when we mention something that's not actually in the film, but like in Baby, where she brought honey bun.
Connected.
And we didn't know that you were going to do that, and we since I had the teddy bear and Honey and Skies was already released, and we did that the Baby isn't actually the series of it, but it was just a fun little extra.
Yeah,
Connection
to it. Like the one I directed, they added that the doll, Samantha or
I'm the one who's in
Alexandria was looking for her doll, and
Wait, that was my doll.
yes, I know it's your doll. But anyways, I took it to Honey and Skies, and Gracie showed up, and she said, "You want to find your doll? First, help me find Honey bun."
Yeah, and those little things. A matter of fact, I don't know if you've seen our series Disappear, if you've seen any of the episodes, but in episode number 3, there is actually a crossover from Haunting at Skies
There is?
and Disappear.
What is how?
So if you have not seen Disappear, go and watch Disappeared, and you'll see here on the video the link for Disappeared. So you can go and check it out.
Down below. What's funny is as we were talking about the films that we made, it made me go back to when I was thinking about the film I should do. I was thinking about it all night, and I was just dreaming about like what I should do. And I ended up with a really weird one, like where it was based on an essay I was given in 3rd grade.
What was that
And
one?
it was funny because
What was it?
it was like about you were on a cruise and stuff. And I was just thinking that someone got bit by a shark. So it made me like feel weird because I was thinking in my head, how are we gonna do that? And it was just interesting to think of the films we've been doing compared to what I was thinking.
That's very good. So this has really sparked your guys' interest in film a lot too. Sophia, now you went kind of MIA. You went missing for a while in the Haunting at Skies. You were there for episode number 4, but then you disappeared.
She must have been having tea with Gracie.
And so I realized, with filming that you and Olivia weren't here for those episodes, and then you guys reappeared. When you came back, Mia, what was the feeling that you had when you came back into the show?
I was happy.
You was happy?
Why were you happy?
Were you just happy? Yeah, just happy. Not very excited. Not very excited. Not just very excited. Okay.
When I was thinking of my character, I was happy to see them, but I was really scared because we're left all alone in this building with Gracie and her.
Now we did have Sylvia.
Girls.
Sylvia, of
and
course,
then
was-
Sylvia was very blood curdling. I did not like her at all. Just as a character, I did not like her.
Oh, and I was also scared because before I disappeared, we were left in like a building, like movies. Even though in the filming, I'm like one of the oldest.
Let's talk about being scared. Alexandria, I have a hard time not calling you Sam because that's your character that I've called you that for now 8 months almost. And it was really strange when I saw you walk into the studio today. It was really strange because I didn't recognize you because your hair wasn't all out like it had been for the past 8 months, and you weren't wearing your pajamas. You're actually wearing real clothes.
And no one stepped in.
Tell me something. With this show, did it scare you? Was there any time during filming that it scared you?
When we went into the sewing room, most likely as a haunted room.
So the sewing room still scares you today?
Oh,
Yes.
wait. There's 2 things I want to add. So the older Alexandria, who was one of the
Older Isabella's.
yeah,
Isabella.
Isabella's sister, was petrified to death to go into that room. And second of all, something of getting scared, Megan here, she once started crying when we were leaving because she kept thinking of Honeybug coming to get her and everything. So Olivia Hutchinson had to take her home personally to escort her to her mom's because she was so scared.
I'm your host, Gracie, and welcome back to another episode of Interviews with Haunting Answers. Today, I have another special guest with you, Megan Pelez. Now, who did you play as and what did you feel?
I played as Kennedy, and I felt I didn't know. I think my mom thought, since I've been doing videos on my brother's iPad, I felt like I was an actor. So I think my mom said, signed me up for drama camp, and I think that felt very good to me. It's so exciting to do this. It was so fun. I couldn't stop coming with all my friends.
Well, I'm glad you had an awesome time. Thank you for watching another episode of Interviews with Haunting at Skies.
Alright.
Castaway.
Castaway is where the kids, they think it's a fun idea to get and play in a lifeboat on a cruise and hide from their parents when they accidentally unlock it or something and it falls into the water and they float off onto an abandoned island. Speaking of remembering her name as Sam, you actually put Riley Moody in the credits of episode 7. So
When you watch episode 7, I did make a mistake in the credits. Instead of putting Chandler Moody as what was the assistant director,
yeah, you put
first assistant director, I actually put Riley Moody, which is his character name, and so it's kind of funny that it ended up being that way. Anna.
So sometimes when we're going into the sewing room, and then we come out and we leave Honey Bun in the room, it makes me scared to go in there because no one puts on the light. So I always say, Olivia, why don't you go do it?
Oh, wait,
and then I have it, and then she goes to
Oh, that was
do
funny.
it, and it's really scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
once this was not filmed, but we were at camp, and
The first
Stella decided she should scare us all, so she decided she could hide Honey Bun. And everyone knew where he was, and everyone was looking for him, and we had no idea.
And we thought he was real for a second.
Yeah,
Some people were close to crying. They were like,
Oh,
I want to die.
That was one of me. That was
and
one
the
of me.
sewing class,
That was-
the sewing
I don't
room.
think it was.
Hey, listen.
The kids in the sewing class decided to put notes on the wall all over, like, I see you, I'm following you.
And then they put this random kitty cat.
And then we put like sticky notes back Molly, which was the voice of, and Honey Bun, saying hello, and then they said the same thing back. And I thought they might be scared for a second, and when all the kids come in, they'll be like, I don't want to go in there.
I'm Gracie, your host, and welcome back to another episode of Interviews with Haunting at Skies. Today, we have a special welcome to my friend Sophia Vogel, also a sister of Carr. And who did you play as?
Mia and Ellie.
And how did those characters feel and react to the story?
So, Ellie, she was really, creepy. And Mia, she was a nice camper.
Now, explain Mia to me. How is she like a nice character? What would you explain her as? And why exactly did you use the definition nice camper?
She's a nice camper because like when they were scared, she helped them not feel scared.
You enjoying that coffee? Pretty sweet. Yeah. So, tell me about your other character, Ellie.
So Ellie, she's really creepy because in one of the parts, in I think episode 5, this is what she said.
Now, who was she directly talking to?
She was talking to two of the campers, Riley and Stella.
Right. So, tell me more. Like, how did you feel acting? Were you scared, happy, mad, sad? Tell me about it.
So the first time I started acting, it was a little weird, but then I got used to it, and I thought it was pretty good.
Now, one of the things is that being a part of the Film Academy, being a part of what we do, we of course put a new video out every single month, a new short video.
Well, if it's together.
Well,
you
even-
edit it, and so it goes out like.
Well, yes, but we put a short film out every month. This month, actually, your interview here is going to be our short film that we're putting out. This will be loaded up. But what I want each of you to think about this, I'm going to start back there with Miss Sarah.
Hi.
And I want each of you to talk to the people that may be watching this that maybe are thinking they would like to be in the Film Academy. What would you do to encourage them to go ahead and try it out?
Well, you really need to try it out because I, for one, really enjoyed this experience. Because every day I would look forward to doing, because before I started this, I was really bored every day. After I got back home, I was like, oh, and I'd watch TV all the time. But with all these different things happening, I'm doing more than just watching TV at home. I'm doing things that encourage my coworkers, especially her, of some of the, I made some hilarious things about this film, and I think you guys should join the film academy because you will find a lot of cool things to do, and you get experience them in different ways.
Okay, Megan, you're next.
So when I always get home and every time I come here, I feel like I'm like in a magical world of Taylor. And I feel like I'm famous, but I am telling other people that they should kind of join, but I don't think they're really going to go into it because they might be scared of Hi Bud, even though he got married to Bunny Bud.
Whoa! Congratulations to those two. They're really
And
nice.
you should check out the merch store at the
In the description
Yeah,
down below.
Which I guess since you mentioned that, I actually have to create a merch store since.
Down below.
Yeah.
But you get a free gold bobblehead. Make sure you subscribe. You have to give a tweet and click the notification bell.
Hold on.
To get more videos
Chandler,
every
tell-
month.
What would you tell somebody?
It's really good if you're just looking for an outlet, like something to do, and it just gave me something to get me out of the house and get me being more involved and helping, and
Your whole
Helper.
things.
yeah,
Assistant by Chloe Adams.
Yeah, he has it on his phone.
it's just really fun. It gives you something to do and see how the characters on the film are really different from the people, and
Like
how
Yeah, check them for Chloe Adams.
Sophia, that's a call for.
and yeah, it's just fun.
Olivia.
So I would ask anyone to join filming with us because it was just so much fun. I used to do acting just on stage, just for fun. But I like this much better because you can start over and there's not much pressure, and it's just a lot of fun to do with everyone. It's just so much fun, and it's so much fun because I get to act out a different character than who I am, and it's just I just like doing that better than acting out who I am. It's just I just feel that it's way more fun.
I really like that too because like Riley's character on the film is really awkward, and I'm definitely not like that in real life.
And he gets
so-
hit by a stick. And when
Yeah, he gets hit by a stick.
I live in Colorado because I have a Colorado shirt in my acting, and I really like acting in my Colorado stuff, but it gets too cold.
Okay. Alex.
So like, I want to be like a actress, so this really get me was prepared for it. So if you want to be something and this will help you, then you would want to do it.
Very good. Sophie?
I think acting's really fun, and a lot of people should be doing it, but if they're scared of anyone, they should watch the movie.
Just remember, it's scarier on video and not in real life.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Mr. Gabe didn't tell Gracie that she was going to have sound effects on her, like putting her face wide open. And also, it's really fun, like, being somebody not you, because in my life, I'm sort of, like, not like my character at all. If I abided anyone, it wouldn't be one of my friends, because usually I talk a lot.
Join our home.
Well, I think it'd be awesome because when my mom signed me up, she didn't tell me. She never tells me if she's going to sign me up. She doesn't tell me most things, but she always tells my friends for some reason. It's really interesting. So, and when she signed me up, she was like, okay, Gracie, you have drama camp. And I'm like, why, Mom? Why do you sign me up? And you never ask me. And then I went, and I was a little sad because what if I didn't like it? But then I came, and it was like a burst of joy. It was super fun, and I came home. I was like, Mom, this is the best camp I've ever done. Can I do it again?
and it was super fun. And my mom was really happy. So what I'm trying to say is you might not like it at first, but as you go through, you just start getting the hang of it, and it comes more like fun, and it like hits you, and then like you change your thoughts and your feelings, and you just kind of get more connected, and it's really fun.
The most interesting parts of this film is that we filmed it every month.
Yes.
And it was a constant story, so you had to wear the same clothes, the same hairstyle. Now, this started in summer, and some of you were wearing shorts in the summer, and now it's winter when we finished, or it's fall, it's cold when we finished, and you were still having to wear shorts. Probably one of the most well-known, the kind of watching her grow, has been Alex, because she was in that pajama short for months. It's like she never changes. And her hair, we had to have her hair all the same way. What was it like having to wear your poop slippers and your short pajamas that you were growing out of, and your hair had to be that way every week?
So my mom was like so freaked out because I was literally like my shorts were like up to right here.
Hello, welcome to another amazing episode of Interviews with Haunting House Guys. Today, I have another amazing guest for you today, Alexandria Portfield, who also goes by Samantha. So, you've been with us since the start. How did you like this season?
It was great.
Can you explain me like how you define great?
Wonderful, great, amazing.
That works. Okay. So, what would you say to the viewers at home if like they were you? What would you like? Here, I don't think I get.
They would love it.
So they'd have fun if they were your character. What do you think anyone else would feel like in your character?
A little bit sad because of when I forgot her name, but she got trapped in the phone, and it was sad.
Now, what was your favorite episode?
The first episode,
Why did you like the first episode so much?
because I was like one of the taking vlogs, and I was at the camp, and it was so much fun. And my co-stars were saying ideas what happened. Like some people would say that he died.
Who said they died?
Me and maybe.
There's some people backstage.
Yeah.
I haven't realized it yet. So, how did you feel being your character you are now? So sit
So it was scary having to wear clothes that you were growing out of.
Yes.
Are those clothes gone now?
My mom passed it on to my little sister Ariana.
That's a very good idea.
Hand me downs.
Olivia, real quick.
I did not like it because I was freezing, and in like the 30s, I don't think I want to be wearing shorts, but when I came inside, it was way warmer, and it was a lot of fun.
Welcome to another episode of Interviews with Honey and Skies. I'm your host, Gracie, and today we have a special guest, Olivia Vogel, also known as Car. We are going to ask her some questions because it's an interview. So, first question. How did you feel when you did the show, and why did you want to do it?
I wanted to do it because I loved acting. It was
it was tough for me because I really loved acting on stage, and I never tried in front of camera. But as soon as I did it, I absolutely loved it, and it was lots of fun.
Let me ask you something. Why did you like acting? When did you get in the habit of it?
Well, I started acting in 3rd grade in a play called The American Revolution. It was a comedy, and it was lots and lots of fun.
So tell me more about your character. So like what was the settings and like where your character acted most and like what was her feelings in the show?
In Haunting at Skies. In Haunting at Skies, I believe that my character was sort of a brady cat and a very different side of me. I'm a risk taker, and I was not like Car that much. I was very afraid, and I was not like the person I am right now.
Let me ask you, were you actually afraid of this show, or was it just like afraid on camera, but in the outside it was fine, just like normal?
Well, yes and no. So at one point during the first summer camp, first or second, Stella hid Honey Bun, and it freaks everyone out because Honey Bun is a bear that can move on its own. It's sort of like a possessed bear. And I was very afraid, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where is it?
So let me get this straight. You thought that he moved or something?
Yes, because Stella had it, and then she forgot where it was, but she actually knew where it was and was just trying to scare us. But out of class or after that, I was not very scared.
So let's talk about our merch a little bit. What do you like? Have you bought anything yet?
Yes, I bought our episode 4 poster.
Make sure you check out our merch shop. We have a new poster and the link in the description down below. So, how was acting? Did you enjoy it? Like, how was your first reaction?
My first reaction to it, when we first started, I thought it was great. So there's another acting class here, and we just did a lot of improv, and I just didn't really have a great time with it. Then my mom said, how about you try this class? It's in front of camera. And so I tried it, and I loved it.
What do you think of me as a director? What was your thoughts? Your real thoughts. You don't have to hold anything back. I'll give you you have 20 seconds apiece. Gracie, go.
I think it was fun because you would tell us to do things, and sometimes we didn't want to, but I feel like that's the thing because we might not want to, but we still got to do it because we know that in the end it's all going to turn out.
Yeah.
I really like being with you because you're so nice. Kind of. Oh, wait.
Very good.
A little bit.
Sophie.
I think it was good because even though we didn't get to do stuff we wanted, that was fun, but still, you're a good director.
Alex.
So you are kind of mean, but
I guess
you're funny and nice. So yeah.
So it balanced out my meanness and my niceness.
Yeah, you are steaming at us.
Okay, Sarah.
Okay, so I really liked working with you because so Anna kept messing up her line. She's like, I can't remember my line. It was in like a big, and so Mr. Green was like, your line is and like it was really, really nice working with you because though we get sidetracked a bunch of things that were not related, like totally unrelated, you'd get us back on track and we'd finish it and be really nice.
Very good. Megan.
I think you're grumpy.
Wait, you think I'm grumpy and what?
Hungry.
That is true. I am very grumpy and hungry.
Caffeine.
You're kidding.
Sometimes we get distracted and get on different topics and want
Not
to
you,
just do
just
different
everyone
things.
else.
Yeah, everyone else. Of course, never me. But you always get us to do what we need to do so we can get the films done.
You said you never got
Okay, we're gonna end up here with Olivia.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I thought you were a great director. You were pretty funny at some points, like when he was talking like Anna in some of the films, and
I loved him as a director because he had so many ideas.
He's
and
right
they
there.
were
You don't
so
need to
true.
refer to him. He's like somewhere.
It's okay. Hey,
Worldwide.
this is the way she processes. Let her process.
This is how I process, Sarah. Anyways, I liked you as a director because it was fun doing all the different techniques, and it was just something to learn from.
Okay, very good. I'll tell you what, I loved working with you guys as well. Starting next week, we're going to have individual interviews where I'll be taking you one at a time, and we'll be having interviews. Any last remarks before I let you go?
Wait.
One line.
You made us kind of all together, so you made us a whole family.
The family of
Sophie.
I'm just gonna say something else about you. Sometimes you're a little grumpy and you scream it that's a lot, and you're like, hey, get back to work. That should not be edited out.
Director
But
knows
it's
that.
smile. Thing I like about you, smile, good. I like that you had so much character, and when we got into the voices, when we were filming the commercial, you were the voice of Honey Bun. Oh, and buy our new bubble, it's now exclusive. $90 a piece.
But I am still disappointed that I ended up as an orphan. Just
Riley
why?
did too.
We don't know what happened.
Oh, I
Riley
know.
ran out of the building, so
Yeah.
Riley
Riley
is still inside
disappeared.
disguise.
He
Wow.
disappeared.
So there's some mystery still.
What was the question?
Just last remarks that you want to put on the video.
Well, I really want to say thank you for watching and subscribe.
Okay.
Put your finger.
I have to
Comment
stop
down
to do
below.
this. Okay. Okay, first of all, hit the like button and subscribe. And remember to hit the notification bell so you get videos every month. Woohoo!
Sit down next to Sophie real quick. We have special guests in the studio. Didn't realize she's going to be here today.
Mr. Gabriel.
No.
Miss Sylvia.
Miss Sylvia. She had her premiere here on Haunting at Skies. Now, Miss Sylvia, some of them have described you as really creepy and really scary. And some of them didn't know what Miss Sylvia was about, and what was some of your thoughts on how you played your character?
Well, I think I played my character really well. I didn't like to play it because I'm not creepy.
You're totally creepy.
I'm actually very nice.
Yes, Miss Sylvia, the real Miss Sylvia is very nice.
Yes.
But the Haunting at Skies Miss Sylvia, she can be a little bit
Yeah.
on the
Yeah, but
That
I'm
was-
wondering
On the
why
other
she's
side.
going in jail.
what?
I'm wondering why she's getting thrown in jail.
Well,
It's
I don't even know if
like-
she's being thrown in jail because
She
we.
was one of the Honey at Skies people.
So Miss Sylvia, it was wonderful to have you on the film.
You're very
You
welcome.
can actually see Miss Sylvia in another film this Sunday at 5 o'clock on our YouTube channel. We are premiering the stage play that we did last year, that we wrote last year and we did last year, called A Christmas Caroline. Miss Sylvia inadvertently, accidentally, on purpose on my part, actually
I had no
played a part in the stage play. Had no idea when she came to the play that she was going to, but for some reason the Grinch decided to call her up on stage, and she did a wonderful job there as well. Guys,
All for free.
thank
Didn't get paid for that.
you all for working with us on Haunting the Skies. Can't wait till we start Castaway,
And
And-
Dr. Hufflepuff.
and we can really have a lot of fun there doing Castaway as
And
well.
say hi to Bobby.
Everybody say goodbye. 1, 2, 3.
Bye!